Alright, I want to make a little video here about my garage heat. So here's my wood stove, just a standard old wood stove. And I have been dealing with firewood for 25 years, and I'm tired of it. Tired of dealing with firewood. So I thought, well, what other unlimited resource do I have that's free? And since I work on cars for a living, I have an unlimited supply of used oil. So what I have here is kind of a drip setup. That up there is a container that our detail guys get some sort of, I don't know what the hell it comes, ceramic, some sort of ceramic stuff, I guess. And so what I did here was filled it most of the way up with used oil, and then I also have diesel, and it's 55 gallons of diesel right there. And I know, oh, it's not safe. Yeah, I know, I get it, but we're not talking about that. So this just kind of drips down into this, and this is my third prototype, and it's gotten simpler and simpler each time. So basically just drilled a hole in there. This is a cooler line from a Subaru, and it just kind of drips in there. So I've had a couple different, whatever you call them, burn pots, but I'll show you what this one is. This is a stainless steel dog food bowl. And originally I just had it kind of dripping in there, and it kind of worked. Once you get the draft right, it burns okay. But my theory here was if I built some sort of a cage that would get, preheated, so the oil drips down in there, gets hot, evaporates. But so here's what my situation is now. This is all of the stuff, the carbon and whatnot, that's in the oil. So this is actually kind of soft, but the stuff usually gets pretty hard, and it's just kind of sitting in a piece of exhaust pipe. But basically what I did was I got some 6-inch wire we use at the shop for HVAC stuff to keep rats out when they get inside cars. But I just kind of cut a piece and made a circle, and then on the inside I just kind of wadded some pieces up and stuck them in there. But you can see it's pretty well clogged up. So this is the first time I've actually cleaned this. This is the first servicing, I guess. But this is, I guess that jug up there is 5 gallons. And it's probably got 3 gallons of oil. Now, I mean, I don't know what's in the oil. I mean, it's just a mix. I have a couple of quarter drums that is poured in there. It could be trans fluid, brake fluid, or oil, diesel oil, whatever comes out of the cars. It all goes into one thing. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up a little bit and get it started. Okay, I gave up. Too much work. I just got off work, tired of working. So what I do here is I just turn the oil on. Get a nice little stream. It's just kind of oozing out the side, and I let it kind of fill up in the bottom there. And it's just kind of a steady flow there. So I'm going to turn this down. What I usually do is I put some diesel in there, some kerosene, but I happen to have a gallon of old gas from a car that we had to drain the tank, so let's pour some gas in there. Let it kind of absorb and percolate, marinate. Maybe a little bit more, a little extra for freedom. Okay. So I also have my 20-pound CO2 tank fire extinguisher on hand at all times. So I just kind of give this a little touch and let it start burning. Of course, I got soot all over me now. This is how I usually try and keep it, just a steady drip. And as that comes in there, I can't really see anything useful here, but the cage just starts getting hot, and you can kind of see it dripping there. Basically, it just drips onto that cage and Let's see if we can zoom in. Yeah, see it boiling a little bit, but when it's cleaner, it does a lot better job. So we'll come back in a minute. Okay, so about a minute later, just kind of percolating. You can see here on the side some of this crystallized carbon. I definitely wouldn't recommend smoking that. And yeah, it does kind of build up in here a little bit, but it's not a huge deal. I just got to get it hot enough and burn all this crap out. So when it's still warming up, the oil kind of pools in the bottom there. And when I shut the door, the draft from the air coming through here kind of rushes over it. We'll hear that here in a minute once it gets going a little better. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a draft. So I can shut it, and kind of pulses a little bit. I notice that actually helps the burn a little bit better for some reason. And I also keep my pipe thing just a little bit closed, trying to keep some of the heat in. Once it gets going warm enough, it's pretty much set to the optimal spot right now. Once it gets going, it'll just kind of even out. So while that's warming up, this is how I store my oil in quarter drums. So I pretty much give these things away after the oil guy is all filled up on them. So I just kind of fill these up, keep them out here where it's drier and cooler. There's another barrel they use for diesel. Comes from the car wash soap from the Detail guys. These are high density polyethylene. Basically the same stuff your gas cans are made out of, and it's free. So there it is. I fill them up with diesel in the summer so that when the price goes up 30% in the wintertime, I'm already stocked up. Well, so here it is. My memory card's almost full, but there it is. It just kind of burns like that. You know, it's not, amazing. It's not like firewood, but it's free. And it'll burn like that until I turn it off. So until next time.